No, I think it's exciting. I think it's, I enjoy to the competition, and I think that it's exciting to see the the athletes, after they win, and particularly in this case, it was our women that were, where we weren't sure, the score cross country here. At one point I thought, well, we had won, but then I got, as I was about a half-mile away at one point from the finish, and then I heard two of our girls got passed by two Eastern Illinois athletes in the latter part of the race, and so nobody was sure what the score was until about 15 minutes after the race was over, and then when it came out that we actually did win, our girls were very excited, and I was excited for them more than anything else, I think. I enjoy the coaching aspect of it and being around the young people, that kind of thing. There's some aspects of it that I don't enjoy at all and are very difficult for me at this point, but I still feel, that I enjoy the coaching, and we've had some positive results, and that aspect of it I enjoy more than any other. Oh, I don't know. I started off as a track and a football coach, and through the years, we coached in junior college for 9 years in Maryland. Was very challenging, and we had a lot of limitations there. And in 1978, we were runner-up in the junior college national championships, and that was quite an achievement. And just the different levels of success, but I don't dwell on any particular aspect of it. I enjoy just the challenge.
A little bit about that.
Well, I had a college coach, that track coach, that was also an assistant football coach. I went to Ashland College in Ohio. It's now Ashland University, but he decided I had a semester to go to graduate. He was coaching football, and he decided that I need to be the cross-country coach. His name was Bob Geiger, and he was an 800-meter runner from western Michigan, and that's how I got involved in cross-country, because prior to that, I had little experience other than I was a sprinter, and every Thanksgiving he made us race 8 miles, and I liked that challenge. And I remember the first time I won, he gave me a live turkey, which I thought was a little bit weird. I left it go, but anyhow, took it to a farm and left it go. But that was my first actual experience in distance running, and then I got into it a little bit from the fitness standpoint, and I was coaching football in New Haven, Connecticut in the late 60s, and I was a track coach. In fact, I was on my way to take the job as a physical education teacher and track coach, and the football coach quit, and so I became the head football coach at a high school outside of New Haven, and I did that for 3 years, and then coached football in Pennsylvania for 3 years, and I went in the teacher's lounge one day and saw a cross-country coaching position open on a index or a card in Hagerstown, Maryland, at a junior college, and since I had coached a year across college cross-country, I used that as my reference and got the job and sort of went from there. Well, it's very individualistic. It's very challenging. I think, the athlete has to, it's something that whatever you put into it, you get out of it. Whether it be, you're trying to break 7 minutes a mile, or you're trying to run, a 4-minute mile. I think that's one of the neat things about it. It's very individualistic, and it takes discipline and mental toughness and the will to train to have success, or at whatever level. Yeah, I've run the JFK 50-miler, which was very challenging. I was in my 40s at the time, and I've run a couple marathons under 3 minutes, which for me was good. But I always, when I was a few years ago, as far as times go, I ran a 18:50 for 5K in Pittsburgh and won the 60 to 69 age group, and I use that as a reference all the time when I, bring up different challenges to some of the athletes. It's sort of a joke, but it was a downhill course anyhow, but I don't tell people that. I would think, you know, that might have a little bit to do with it, because I used to run with the guys and some in the easy days, and then with the women in the morning, you know, particularly if I had some women that weren't real enthusiastic about getting up in the morning, and before I started gravitating to the swimming pool, and I would hope that would help, you know, motivate them. I am through the years I've run in some club cross country teams, and we won the national championship from 60 to 69 age group. I want to say 3 or 4 times. A group of guys from Louisville and myself, and that was I enjoyed that aspect of it. Also competing. I haven't competed much lately, but I would think that would help motivate them. Not that that's the reason I do it. Yeah, I have a lot. I'm not real technical with the internet and all that, but I've had, in fact, on my answering machine right now, there's a phone call from a young man that came here from Germany and ran for Eastern, and he called and wanted to remind me that 25 years ago we won the OVC in cross country. I thought that was sort of neat. Peter Migan was his name, and but I stay in touch. Yeah, we've had all kinds of kids that have different levels of successes. The most recent was a young woman from Danville who qualified for the Olympic trials in the marathon, and we've had Jamie King was a 1500 meter runner, just missed making the Olympic team, and of course we've had some girls. Jackie Humphrey years ago made the Olympic team, and we've had them at all different levels of success with their athletics and through life. And I think that's one of the positive things about athletics, particularly a sport like track or field, where it helps them, you know, the discipline and that kind of thing, and to be successful in whatever endeavor they are going through. Well, I think, you know, one of the positive things about the program is you can take yourself to whatever level that you aspire to. You know, as I said, some are, you know, just aspiring to place in the conference, or some, you know, hit a particular time, and some want to be All-Americans and get to the national championships, and, you know, and we have 2 young men presently in the program that were All-Americans last year, and the 10K and the 5K and the steeplechase, and, well, actually 3. And so I sell that aspect of it, you know, and you know, we're trying to be right now, and obviously the last few years we've sort of focused on cross country for the last few years, men's cross country, and you know, our aspirations are to get to the nationals and place as high as we possibly can. It is extremely difficult in a sport like cross country, where they only take 31 teams to the nationals, so it's unlike some of the other sports. They take 60-some teams to the nationals, and so that's a selling point, I think, and a challenging selling point.